This next poem also opens with an epigraph, this time by Mae West. Those of you unfamiliar with the bawdy actress whose heyday was the 1930s might instead recognize a quote of hers, which has become the ethos of today's youth. You only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough. Mae West. And the poem is YOLO. It's a persuasive argument. Imagine lying on your deathbed years from now, whispering to those who lean into your voice like cypress trees bent sideways from a lifetime chasing wind. Will merit of your final words rely on what you accomplish today? Rising from this precept is the tower in which youth gambles, playing chicken with sharp edges of titanium furniture. Cacophony reigns inside earbuds as they balance on rooftops, dancing by the light of someone else's moon. Knowing soon that Earth will quake and all they've known will crash, teens cut fashionable holes in vintage jeans, guzzle Red Bull and vodka from chilled martini glasses, slip bungee cords round ankles and dive, screams of YOLO echoing off glass walls as they rush to kiss the pavement. This is the last one. Whenever I do a reading to a group of writers, I always like to end with this particular poem, which talks about rejection slips. Although enough of my poems have been published to salve my ego, the vast majority of them have received those tiny scraps of paper. So this is support group. My poet friends ask if I've had any luck with my latest poem, the one I've read and reread at open mics, speculated which illustrious journal would give it a home. Comfort drips from tongues, but schadenfreude dances in their eyes. What this sadomasochistic support group really wants is news of rejection slips. How they've crushed my soul, how I've pressed them in pages of an album, like corsage petals from an event I wish to never forget. Instead, I tell of a dream where I stand in a symphony hall reciting my poem. There, in the front row, wearing a too tight rental tux and a bow tie strangling his neck, sits the editor who rejected my work. He could have published my beautiful poem, the one I'm reading now, to hundreds of rapt listeners, each paying $50 for the pleasure. The crowd, poets one and all, stand in ovation, except the editor, who cowers while I pull from my jacket pocket his rejection letter, unsheathing it like a knight brandishing a sword, ready to vanquish the dragon and bask in adulation so rightly deserved.